Stay up to date with all that's happening with the new national party, NNP. Send us a message via text or WhatsApp on 405-8683 with your name, email, and constituency. Stay in the know with NNP. Get updated.
It's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming!
This Saturday, the Karani James Athletic Stadium becomes the center of the track and field universe with local stars, superstars, and rising stars as they compete in the 3rd Grenada Invitational. Tickets are only $30, secondary stand, $40 bleachers, $60 main stand, $100, $125, and $150 finish line, and $350 VIP. Tickets at gotofed.com. Maxis, Venus, Grenadian Optical, Duty Free Caribbean, Gatlin, Powell, DeGrasse, Fraser Price, Chaplin, and more in exciting international track and field action.
This is what we've waited for.
World-class athletes.
The fastest men in the world.
World-class performances.
Watch the clock, it's goal! 1 minute.
Stay up to date with all that's happening with the new national party, NNP. Send us a message via text or WhatsApp on 405-8683 with your name, email, and constituency. Stay in the know with NNP. Get updated.
Good morning to Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. 25 minutes after the hour of 10 o'clock on the Spice Isle of Grenada. My name is Sheldon Scott.
I'm Devon Romain.
And this is Hard Talk Live on 97.5 CitysoundFM, broadcasting out of beautiful River Road. Good morning to the staff down there at CitysoundFM. Good morning to you, GT Django, and the whole rest of the crew down there. Hope that you all are having a wonderful day today. All right? Nice. Yeah.
89.5 CRFM. Morning, Campesh.
Yes, indeed. Mr. Roll Gaff. Good morning to you, Sister Isle FM. We always say a special good morning to our friends over at Sister Isle FM. Yeah, we have some people trying to play this hard talk in Carriacou.
Yeah.
They're trying to confuse the thing.
Hardly talking.
You know, we have ignored the fact for quite a while. We have ignored the fact that there are individuals in Carriacou, I'm making my tea, I drink my tea one time. Yeah, that there are individuals in Carriacou who are running a program at the same time that we are running our program here in Grenada called Hard Talk and attempting to confuse the minds of Carriacouians and Petit Martinicans.
Yep.
They were doing it before the election last year, but unfortunate for them, they underestimated the intellect and intelligence of the people of Carriacou and Petit Martinique. They probably thought that the people of Carriacou and Petit Martinique, Carriacouians and Petit Martinicans, or as a little say people from Carriacou and PM, they underestimated the intellect and intelligence of these individuals, and as such, they came out doing this thing to try and confuse them as to which Hard Talk. So when they say, well, who did say that? They'll say that was said on Hard Talk to make me and Devon look bad. But it ain't work. So continue trying.
They tried.
Yeah, continue trying. We know that is what they wanted to do in it. There's nothing else but a political agenda behind it. We've been an established program for over 8 years. And for you to come and try to use the same name as us, at the same time as us, anyway. Enough said. Yeah, we had to adjust down. But good morning to the folks out there at Sister Isle FM 92.9. They are located in beautiful Hillsborough. In fact, if you're out there in Carriacou and Petit Martinique, you may want to check out Sister Isle FM. Huh? Yeah, give them a check. Yeah, you can pass and you could say good morning to Lisa Marie or good afternoon, and that's all you're allowed to say. Yeah?
That's it.
Nice, yeah. Leave after that.
And find your section after that.
Yeah,
no?
yeah. You could place a nice ad and thing here. They need some ads. You could place some ads and that kind of thing. But yeah, leave the conversation at good morning and good afternoon and leave.
That's it. If you want friendship to continue, just leave it like that.
Yeah.
Morning.
Right. Morning, Lisa.
And good morning to all the wonderful people of Carriacou and PD Martin, including the staff at Paddy's. Yeah.
Yeah, Carol
Morning,
and
Carol.
all others. Don't worry, I'll go read the list. So don't worry. Sometimes in the program, I'll go read the list.
Carl just pass a message on to all of them.
Yeah. We say a special good morning to Helen Marie as well. Helen, we hope that you're having a wonderful day today. Your launch is coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we hope that Helen is up and about,
For,
to be able to make the... Don't push it, Don't push it. Right. If you come and you stay in the chair whole time, we could understand. You come and you sit down in a chair and you relax whole time, we could understand. Nice? You know me and Devon is your two boy.
Yeah.
You know who is your children. Yeah? Well, in my case, your child. In Devon's case, that's like your brother.
well, yeah. And if you decide to over push it and do all them things, I call in one person.
Yeah, Devon know who to call.
Leslie. Good morning, Lisa.
Helen will be killing yourself
Yes.
laughing. Helen! Yeah, but so folks, yeah, because we're coming up on the launch of Spice Mass. Spice Mass is going to be launched the 4th. Yeah, at the Grenada National Stadium. So we're going to be getting some more information in relation to that as the time comes closer. We're going to get some more information in relation to Spice Mass 2019. Yeah, we expect this carnival to be exceptionally energetic, much better than many of the carnivals that we've seen before.
Yep.
Yeah.
Better. Hey, good morning to Deepo. Hey, Deepo, you're showing off or what? Because you're home, I mean, you're popping up early. I mean, you understand?
Deepo probably done gone, Carenage, Gay Jackson thing, long time, going tongue in the fish market, passing the market,
Deepo,
get some coconut water.
He's settling.
Yeah, 2 mango and some golden apple and thing. He probably done move around already and get all his stuff and go on about his business. Right now, he may be home bobbling the pot for 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah. Deepo morning. Also, let me say a special good morning to all our listeners regionally who we have ignored to say good morning to for quite a while. Our listeners down there in Trinidad, especially those of you in Manzanilla and so on, because the people in the northern part of Trinidad, they do pick up the Hard Talk program on the 97.5 frequency. Yeah, they do pick up City Sound 97.5 directly. So they're actually listening on terrestrial radio as well as our good friends in Tobago. We know we have our partner there.
Partner, he was in Grenada and I saw him last week.
I wouldn't doubt that he would appear again this week for the invitationals, you know.
I wouldn't
Invitationals. You are Justin Gatlin and you are Andre de Grasse. You know the next time you've seen Andre de Grasse is when he's running in the World Champs and Olympic Games. Yep. You getting a chance to see this phenomenal talent running here in Grenada. The names that you're seeing here on Saturday, those are the names you're going to be hearing calling leading up to the Olympics, during the Olympics, and for many years after the Olympics.
Yeah.
And they'll be here in Grenada. In fact, I originally spent my early years in Trinidad, and many of my Trinidadian friends, they're jealous of Grenada in having a competition like the Grenada Invitational coming up. In fact, this morning I feel like calling somebody from the Grenada Invitational, you know. We go call somebody this morning.
Call somebody.
We shall unlock this thing. Call somebody, tell somebody. We calling somebody, we telling somebody.
Call somebody.
Grenada Invitational. It is coming up on Saturday. Another thing coming up on Saturday, Devon, police exams.
Police exams. All right. In St. Andrews, all right, for 9 o'clock, I think it's at the SAS school in Telescope. All right, so be there, all right, for 9 o'clock. And remember, for the ladies, right, you should be no shorter, right, than what, 5 feet 4 inches. And for the men, 5 feet 7, right? So from there upwards, that is the height that we need in police.
I tell you, Devon memory good. When I tell all you, Devon memory good.
You know, and in St. George's at the Grenada Boys Secondary School on Saturday, In St. John's is the St. Rose. St. Rose Secondary School, modern secondary. Yeah, and in Carriacou at the magistrate building.
Magistrate's court.
In Carriacou.
All start at 9.
9 o'clock.
You cannot leave home at 9 to get there for 9. You disqualify yourself.
Yep.
We're telling you these things because for many individuals, they do the wrong thing, give the bad first impression, and then want to blame the world when they are not successful in obtaining what they're trying to obtain. So this is the Royal Grenada Police Force. It is a paramilitary. We never said military. It's a paramilitary unit. That's the way that Grenada's police force is structured. Now, within the Royal Grenada Police Force, therefore, there is a strict code of discipline. And it means that you have to impress from the beginning. So if the exam is 9 o'clock, you can't reach 9. You can't reach 9:30. You've got to be there by 8 a.m.
First impression.
8:30 for the latest.
Yeah. First impression is the lasting impression.
Yeah.
Because remember, you're dealing with police, military style. Time is important. Punctuality, right? Listening to instructions and obeying those instructions, right? So from the onset, you reach there, 9:15, 9:30, you send a bad message to the hierarchy of the police force. No.
Let me throw a curveball at Devon. Tell them reach on time in Spanish.
Let's see if I can remember. Boy, look at that.
You know, you just remember Spanish when somebody talking to you in Spanish, all of a sudden it click in, but just to remember it like that, there's be problems.
During the course of the period, I will remember it and I'll say it.
When somebody call and they start to talk to you in Spanish, then you'll remember how to answer. Yeah.
You know, so all of you, all of our young persons between the ages of 18 and 35, and so 35 or 34? 35.
35 is the oldest,
is the cutoff point.
And that's an interesting point, Devon. I'm glad that you mentioned that. And we're going to jump off on that point in a little while. But before that, just to remind persons that, one, walk with pens and pencils. So get some pens, get some pencils, and walk with that.
Yes.
Also walk with something to drink. Yeah. No, don't walk with rivers. Don't walk with
rivers. That kind of thing.
Walk with a bottle of water. Sufficient enough because the exam, I know the last set of folks that went for the exam, it finished sometime mid-afternoon, going into the late afternoon for some people.
At least between 4 to 5 hours.
Yeah.
You're expected to be there.
So don't walk with a small bottle of water. Yeah. Walk with a big bottle of water.
Spend a few dollars and get a big bottle of water.
And walk with a snack as well. Yeah. Because you have to take a break in between and get something to eat. And you may not have enough time to leave, for instance, those are you in the GBSS. You may not have enough time to leave there,
and
go in town or wherever and get something to eat and come back. Or those of you in SAS, you wouldn't have enough time to leave up there, go in Grenville, get something and come back. Yeah. So you have to walk with something to snack on. Yeah. All right?
And no, the police is not providing snacks for you.
No, don't expect that.
Don't expect that at all.
Yeah.
Because remember, you're not a police officer as yet.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and it may not be one.
Yes.
So you have to make sure you handle your scenes.
First impression, lasting impression. Okay?
Devon, I said that the jumping off point in relation to the age range, 19 to 35, because you may hear, if the retirement age is raised, you may hear that age limit is raised as well. Yeah. So 40. That people who are older will be allowed. Now, the reason that it's 18 to 35, some people may say, but why don't you cut off? Yeah, we'll deal with that.
Yes, we will.
Some people may be saying, why cut off the age range at 35? It's cut off at 35 because you are pensionable in Grenada at the age of 60 after having spent 26 3/4 years within the public service. If you are older than 35, in other words, you join the Royal Grenada Police Force at the age of 36, and you can't spend the 26 3/4 because you'll get to 60 before you complete 26 3/4, and therefore you will not be able to get a pension. So if the age range for pension is changed, then people who are a bit older, who are 36, or according to how it's changed, people who are up to, as you said, 40, would be able to join and still qualify for a pension. But as it is right now, with the pensionable age as it is right now, it is 35. That's the cutoff point. And the reason is, if you spend the full amount of time to become pensionable, you will end up leaving the Royal Grenada Police Force without a pension if they take you in at the age of 36 or 37 or 38 or so on. You may still be more healthy and more active than somebody who is 21, but you will not be able to make the amount of time to be able to become pensionable. So some people are asking, because I had friends who went, and they are very active, and so they 36, 37, and they were turned back. And they were wondering, well, why, come on, why just turn back somebody? But that is the reason, because of the pensionable age. Yeah, so you see how that's one positive of if the age of pension is changed. A lot of people who might be unemployed or otherwise employed or even underemployed and would like to become part of the Royal Grenada Police Force, they have the ability to excel in the Royal Grenada Police Force, but because they are just 1 year behind, they can't get the opportunity. Yes, so that might be one positive out of that.
Yep.
Devon, I want to play something though. I was going through Facebook this morning as usual, and I saw a police officer giving some pointers to persons who intend to write the exam on Saturday.
Okay.
I've shared it on my wall, but I also think it's important for me to play it here this morning to give it that wider airing so that individuals out there who intend to go and write the police exam, be you from Carriacou or Petit Martinique, St. Mark, St. John, wherever you're from, that you intend to go and write that exam on Saturday. This officer is giving some pointers. I don't know if he's part of the team that's putting together all of that. I don't think he's doing it in an official capacity. So don't take this as something in an official capacity from the Royal Grenada Police Force. We need to let you know that. So don't go and say the police force say, but an officer, because he's been through the process, he is an officer now, he's giving some pointers to those of you that are coming. And we think it's important that we play that for you right now. So we're just going to take about, it's just roughly about 4.5 minutes. And we're going to play that for you right now. Yeah, Devon, I don't know why it's giving problems. I'm trying to get it to play, and it seems like it wants to give problems. Let me just get it back here. Nice. Let me see. All right.
A pleasant good morning. Good morning, everyone. How you guys doing? I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. It's a beautiful Thursday morning, and I'm here once again to give a few pointers as it relates to academic writing. And this is being done with regards to the upcoming police entry exam, which is scheduled for Saturday, this Saturday. And this is being done so that persons can be guided, accordingly, okay? Now, as it relates to academic writing, now, we must observe the rules of grammar, okay? Must observe the rules of grammar, right? So number one, let's start with clarity, right? Now, your sentences should be clear and straight to the point, right? I would advise that you keep your sentences short sentences, okay? Because most of the time you try to write long sentences, you might be prone to make mistakes. Okay, so you keep your sentences short. Morning, how you doing? Morning. All right. Okay. And clarity, very, very important, because in academic writing, remember the instructors, they have to look at your work and they should be able to read your work clearly, right? If they are having difficulty reading your work, then obviously that will cause them to, to be turned off by your work. So clarity, keep your sentences short, okay? ensure that you use the appropriate punctuation. Sometimes we omit that, okay? Or spelling, right? It is always advised that you recheck your spelling, okay? Now, the fact that most of us as young people, we use social media a lot, and you know, we on social media we tend to use that I would say social jargon. That's my word for it, social jargon. Although there is an official name or word for that, I can't recall it right now. But let's so with the social jargon, where you know instead of writing friend, you write FREN, and you know you use abbreviations and stuff like that. And sometimes the fact that we get caught up with this, and the fact that we use that a lot, sometimes we go into an exam and you know we use these things, and these things, they are wrong. Okay, we will be penalized for that. So you know you need to bear that in mind. Okay. Now, a next thing that you have to bear in mind, that in Grenada and in the Caribbean, by extension, well, most English-speaking Caribbean countries, now we follow the British English as opposed to the American English. So in academic writing, especially here in Grenada, what is accepted is the British English. For example, caller. Now, the American spelling for caller is C-O-L-O-R. The British spelling, which we use, is C-O-L-O-U-R. So we have to be mindful of all of this when we are engaged in academic writing. So these are just a few tips this morning again as it relates to academic writing. Okay, people? So this is me, Caleb Andal. Love you guys. Have a wonderful day, and I wish all of you guys who intend to write the exam on Saturday, success. Okay? Remember, success is a must. Goodbye. Have a wonderful day. God bless.
All right. So we do hope, and we like to thank Caleb for that one. He didn't have to do it.
No, he didn't have to do it.
He didn't have to do it.
Yeah.
But, and folks, again, it's not an official Royal Grenada Police Force thing. Caleb is an officer, and he knows what the process entails and what the invigilators
are looking for.
So he has told the young people what they're looking for. Yeah? So listen to him carefully.
And you notice
punctuation.
Yeah, you notice where he stayed, where he concentrated on the whole question of the English.
Yeah.
Right? You know, in the grammar, how you pronounce, how you spell, all these things is very important. So then who is correcting that exam paper could have some clarity, clearly understand what you writing or what you intend to write. So be mindful of that. It's wonderful tips. And so from a police officer who has been there, who did it, and is willing to share, you know, for those of you who are about to do it on Saturday. So remember, on Saturday, right, is the police recruiting exams. Again, GBSS, 9 o'clock, right, for those in St. George's and the surrounding areas, Lower St. David's, and the case may be. In St. John's, you have the St. Rose Modern Secondary, right, 9 a.m. in Carriacou, right, at the Magistrate Court, 9 a.m., right, in St. Andrews, at the SAS School in Telescope, right, 9 o'clock, right, and remember, walk with pens, pencils, eraser, and a snack.
Yeah.
Right?
Make sure and walk with your snack.
Make sure and walk with your snack.
Yeah, don't go there play begging anybody else for the snack and thinking, walk with your own.
Yeah, walk with your own, and next thing you do, the exam and your belly have to make, and they will wonder what going, who disturbing, you understand, and everything like.
Devon, let's pinpoint something though, because one of the aspects of what Caleb has said, and what a lot of persons who are applying for the police force don't realize, is that the importance of what they do with the exam. Now, one, they start off with dictation, and there are many individuals, because if you don't pass the dictation, you're not allowed to proceed to the rest of the exam. So you must pass the dictation.
Right. And explain what is dictation.
Dictation is me basically reading something and you having to write out what I read. We used to do that in school. I don't know if they still do it.
You don't have dictation anymore in school.
They
like
don't?
That? I mean, not perhaps as another name.
Thanks for telling me. I will make sure that my son do it from me now.
As another name, because
that
was so critical when it comes to the whole question of English language.
Penmanship, dictation.
Penmanship, you understand?
Right. So, but dictation is what they start off with. So some folks may say, but why they going on with stupid dictation? Why they don't ask them, you turn them some other questions? No.
Your ability to read and understand.
Dictation is important. And dictation is important because as a police officer, when you are involved in an incident or you are involved in recording an incident, you have to have the ability to record properly what was being said.
Exactly.
So if I go to the police station and I'm making a report, the officer obviously has to know how to do dictation.
Exactly.
The diarist or whoever it is.
Diarist must.
So when I speak, they have to be able to write down word for word what I say.
Clarity.
And any officer could end up being in that position to have to take the report.
Yep.
Any police officer.
It doesn't have to be those on the desk in the police station, but you out in the field and you have to, take a report from a civilian. It's very important. And so you need to follow up. And so it is very, very important. You understand? It's like the first line of defense. Right? You do everything. You must be able to read, understand, right? And explain.
So that's the first aspect of it. You must be able to not just read, but listen and record properly. So you have to have the ability to listen, recall, and also express properly in writing what is being said to you. Because there are cases that have been lost. Because of simple errors in things like that.
Made by the police, the diarist, or the police officer who's doing the investigation.
It could also cause an innocent person to go to jail.
Yeah.
Because sometimes in speaking, and sometimes just a single word could change the meaning of an entire sentence.
Exactly.
And it could mean the difference between jail or bail.
Or even jail or freedom.
Yeah. It could make the difference.
And we laugh word, it's serious. It's a serious
one
thing.
Word in a sentence could change totally the meaning. Deepo, you will send one for me. Can change totally the meaning of a sentence. Good morning, Antonia. So
good morning,
you have to be sure. You have to be sure what it is the person has said. And if you do not understand, you have to ask again for clarity, and then to be able to put that down in writing. Secondly, when you're putting it down in writing, punctuation is key, because punctuation as well can change the meaning of a sentence totally and can make the difference between
jail or bail.
Jail or bail. It can make the difference.
Yeah, because you have punctuation like commas and full stop and question marks, and so you need to know where to place them so people can all these things.
So you have to understand the English language properly, and you also have to understand grammar and context and all these sort of things. If you're going into a report for the court and you're going to put one long drawn out sentence full of errors, grammatical errors, etc., you may very well find that just confuse the jury, it confuse the magistrate or the judge, and so on, and it causes a problem.
And the judge just throw off the case because of...
Yeah, so there has to be a clear and concise understanding and ability to read and write the English language, which is why they start off with dictation. Some people upset. They say that one person even said an officer at a particular center, he wasn't reading the thing properly. It's not that he isn't reading the thing properly. Suppose you're taking a statement from a person who is on a hospital bed and could barely speak. Don't be upset and say the officer can't talk. No, you have to be able to listen and write. Because others were able to do it.
Yep.
But there were one or two people complain and say the officer wasn't reading the thing properly. What if the person there's been attempted murder or something on the person, and that individual is in a hospital bed, and you're going to say the person can't talk properly, you ain't doing the report? No, you have to do the report. There's somebody trying to get us online. Let's see what they're calling in relation.
Good morning and welcome. Good morning.
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 Under the
nutmeg
tree.
tree.
Yeah, dictation. I like dictation. Dictation, whatever. Yeah, dictation, you think to make you spell properly. That's what dictation for.
But also to help with recall.
Yeah, and spelling.
Yeah, so the police ain't crazy. They know what they're doing.
Yeah, they know, man, because
they know what they're doing.
If you can spell, you wouldn't be able to make a good charge, you know.
Well, suppose you charge a man and you put a place and it's the wrong place.
Yes, sir.
Because you can't spell.
Yeah.
You understand? So you have to be sure that you have to be able to spell properly. We use the Queen's English. Our cases go up to the Privy Council in England, not to the Supreme Court in the United States. So you have to use the proper context, the proper language, the Majesty's English. So you have to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah? All right, my brother.
But next thing, let me tell you right now. Right now, I'm killing them with nutmeg, you know, man.
Don't kill them. We want them alive.
When I say kill them, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, he's flourishing, man.
I tell him about the 1,000 pounds.
Oh, my God.
Whoa.
Yeah, in 4 years, you know. Listen to me, Solia. I used to work hot mix, right?
Mm-hmm.
I used to work in the hot mix, right? When the boss checked me and said me what's going from, I say, right, boy.
Yeah, farming is a lot of money, man.
Yeah.
And the money is coming slow.
All right. But no, so right now we can't call you under the nutmeg trees, under the nutmeg forest.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, my brother.
Nutmeg field.
All right, my brother. We're gonna talk because I have to make a call right about now. So let me.
One love, man. One love.
All right,
Bless.
take care.
Yes, folks, I have to make a call right about now. So let me just put a little something to play. And then, let me see what I find there. Let me just let a look at something play here. And then I'm going to go and find the individual that are supposed to call right now. We're going to make this one quick.
Saturday, April 13th is the date. 4 p.m. is the time. It's the 3rd annual Grenada Invitational. World-class athletes, world-class performances at a world-class facility. Come see Olympians Andre DeGrasse, Sheldon Fraser-Price, Braylon Toplin, Asafa Powell, Lyndon Victor, and a cast of superstars at the Carriacou James Athletic Stadium. Tickets are now on sale at godofed.com. Grenadian Optical, Maxis Bar, and Venus. Saturday, April 13th. Grenada Invitational. See you there.
McIntyre, top of the screen in the colors of Grenada with a bit of a lead.
Saturday, April 13th is the date. 4 p.m. is the time. It's the 3rd annual Grenada Invitational. World-class athletes, world-class performances at a world-class facility. Come see Olympians Andre DeGrasse, Sheldon Fraser-Price, Braylon Toplin, Asafa Powell, Lyndon Victor, and the cast of superstars at the Carriacou James Athletic Stadium. Tickets are now on sale at godofed.com. Grenadian Optical, Maxis Bar, Jennifer Caribbean, and Venus. Saturday, April 13th. Grenada Invitational. See you there.
Yeah, I'll see you all there. And we have on the line one of the officials from the Grenada Invitational. Good morning to you, ma'am.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Wait, I ain't telling them who they. Devon, you know who they?
Yeah, of course.
Devon know who they. I know who they. But you tell the people who is there.
This is Carleen Purcell, chairperson of the Grenada Invitational.
How are you doing this morning, Carleen?
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm excited because, the athletes are coming. They're coming. Oh gosh, they had a late night last night. I feel real sorry for them, you know.
Well,
the flight
Carleen,
was delayed, so they didn't get here until like 11:45 last night. So if you're fine, you're not seeing many of them today. I mean, today's their only training day. So they try to at least get enough sleep in last night so they could, you know, so they'll probably go to training, most of them today, afternoon sessions, you know.
Andrew, the grass reach yet?
The grass is coming in today.
Wow. No, a lot of people are so excited for the Grenada Invitational on Saturday. The biggest, Devon, let me say it again, the biggest, most massive sporting athletic event in the Southern Caribbean. We bigger than Guyana, Suriname, all them countries and them down there, bigger than them. We bigger than Trinidad, Barbados, St. Vincent, St. Lucia, Dominica, Antigua, St. Kitts. We bigger than all of them. Grenada have it. Grenada
we have it.
What can folks expect on Saturday?
Well, Saturday, honestly, we're looking to put on a good show. I mean, we've brought athletes, we've brought world-class athletes. Many of our athletes have, you know, world-leading times, like Raylan does, or been world champs, been Olympic medalists, been, you know, so we have a really awesome lineup of international athletes. And some young and upcoming ones as well. Bloomfield is one to look out for. He'll be here, a 19-year-old from Jamaica that's blazing the track. So, you know, so we have the young and upcoming. We have a little, you know, history. So we have Asafa here. You remember Asafa is one of those. Asafa is the only man in the world to have done 98 sub-10s in the 100-meter. So who knows, Grenada might be his 99th, you know. That's something we'd get to, you know, these days after cricket, it look like we like to put records to our name, you know, in Grenada. So, you know, so we might be looking to get that record as well. You know, so we have that. This year as well, what we're looking to do is to push real vibes in the stadium. We want people to see all the Grenadian flavors, all the Grenadian elements of this event, right? So we're pushing, right, to ensure that happens. And so we have in every section, so don't feel left out, every section in secondary pavilion, the secondary stands, we have the Tivoli drummers over there. They're going to be keeping the vibes going. On the bleachers, we have our Tivoli drum, La Fila Jab Jab. You know, they're going to be there with their conch shells and, you know, the vibes that they normally bring, their rhythm section. And in the main pavilion, we'll have a rhythm section from our Angel Haps. Haps would be there, their rhythm section in full force. They'll be there taking us. Outside of that, we also have, you know, invitational girls throughout, you know, to help bring the vibe to the crowd, give people a little hype, you know, because that's one of the things, you know, I find sometimes, you know, you lose a bit of it between the races, but we're trying to ensure that there's interaction and vibes throughout the event because Grenadians full of vibes.
Of course, we full of real vibes. Yeah, conch shell, jab, drum. That is Grenadian as you could get, you know.
Yes.
It's a good thing there is nothing in the stadium to run with.
Yeah, you know, you understand, right?
The running go be on the track.
On the track.
The running go be on the track.
You're running on the track. That's the only thing you're running with. You're running with the wind, and you're beating the clock. That's what it is.
Quickly, we know that folks can get their tickets at the Venus. So those who are heading into the south of the island, they can head up to the Venus Sports Bar and get their tickets.
Yes, in the south as well. You can also go to the Grenadian Optical. That's in Spiceland Mall. You can get it in town, and if you're in town, Duty Free Caribbean and Grenadian Optical on Melville Street location as well. And you know, if you're in Grenville, you have Maxis there. We've been going to the schools as well. People have been calling. The schools have been calling, so we have been doing distributions to the schools. Today and tomorrow are the days because we've been taking orders all week. You know, we've been advertising. Schools, we have a special for you. It's $20 for your secondary stand tickets. And don't feel bad. You know, if your mother wants, it's being sold at the school, that's the price it's being sold at. So whether or not you're buying it for your parents or your cousin or your neighbor, you can buy it at that price. It's being offered to you, your friends, and your family for that price once you purchase it at the school.
So
right?
I had to put in a call to the school right now because I think I had to send us a little $60 for my son. to handle that scene for me.
right. You know, so we're going around. So today we've done quite a few deliveries today, and we started yesterday. We did some yesterday, we had some today, and we're going to do, most schools have their, especially the secondary schools, have their final assemblies tomorrow. So we'd be looking to make our last push at the schools tomorrow.
Wow. And I don't know how you do it, because I believe you probably got to bed somewhere around 3-4 this morning. If you got to bed, you get to bed?
I mean, if I'm to be honest with you, the hosting of the athletes when they came in last night, I was not there. I crashed earlier than that, so I was unable to be a part of that hosting last night. But last night was the last night I got 6 hours of sleep. I haven't gotten that in weeks now, you know, so because the team has just been there pushing and working, you know, so I took the sleep last night because I know it's not going to come until Sunday again.
Well, you ain't getting it Sunday because Sunday people going back, so look at Saturday.
Well,
look
yes,
at next week.
Monday. My correction.
Carlene, I'm going to tell Mom about you, eh?
Oh, I know. She knows, but she's a very supportive mother. Don't worry, she's there. She's making sure I'm eating properly. She's making sure, you know, the little one is being taken care of, and she's supporting.
Wonderful. And we look forward to the 2019 edition and beyond. This is the third edition.
Next year is a big year. Next year is an Olympic year, so it will be an awesome year.
And that's what I was just getting at, that this year we're heading into the World Championships. So a lot of these athletes are in the beginning phases of making sure now that, my body is ready for the season ahead, as they head down to the World Championships in October, I believe it's September, October.
Yes, it's late.
Yeah. So they're looking forward to that. So many of the times that they're going to be setting in Grenada is to kind of send a message.
Yes.
They're looking to send a message to your
I'm here.
Yeah. Yes. We look at the 400 meter, we realize we have Braylon there. Merit, I hear he begged to come. Carlene, I hear he begged to come Grenada, but it was too late.
It was too late.
I hear Merit beg. Karani partner, I hear he beg. But our own Karani James, he'll be beginning his season a little later. Still coming back off of that little illness that he had, coming back. The world champion and Olympic champion out of South Africa, that is Wade van der Kerk, coming back off of injury. He ran 57 somebody earlier this year. Still isn't back 100% from that knee. I don't think he may ever come back fully from that knee injury that he had. So it's shaping up pretty nice. And we have a lot of the 400-meter athletes that we may be seeing at the World Championships and Olympic Games. We can see them in the person here in Grenada.
Yep.
All right. Carlene, I know that you're busy today. And no, believe me, I know that you're busy today. I don't want to keep you long again, but I have to ask you one more question.
Ask me.
Tickets out for Jab of Class yet? We offer invitation out. Tickets for Jab of Class out.
Not quite. Invitation needed to happen first. Don't worry, they're coming.
I'm doing it on air and let people know. Jab of Class, when you hear tickets go on sale for that, grab it and grab it fast. Because it is really Jab of Class, one of the best events in 2018 for the carnival season at the Venus. Carlene, we gain your props, and we look forward to the We look forward to the 2019 and beyond issues of that as well. So we look forward to Saturday, and we look forward to Jab of Class. Hey, you know, are they in that?
Yes.
All right, my dear. So thank you so very much. Any final bit of information you want the general public to know?
Yes, we just want people, guys, I know we like to wait last minute to buy tickets. We still have tickets available. Go in and get yours now. You know we're selling seats. Especially for your main pavilion, you know, you want to be able to still select, well, at least the seats that are still available. So if you're going to wait until Saturday, there will be a line because, you know, you're going to buy a seat. You have to say this one here and that's the one I want. So then it's printed out, you know. So go now to the ticket outlet, get your tickets, make sure you have your tickets in hand, or they send it to you via, you know, phone if you don't want a physical copy. You know, and we get your tickets and come out. It's going to come on, bring out your noisemakers, you know, because we want the stadium to be filled not only with top world-class athletes, but with Grenadian vibes.
All right. Yep. Thank you so very much. And if one individual in relation to the Royal Grenada Police Force, if you could send a message to them to send to us the traffic arrangements, because we know with thousands of people heading there, There may be
Okay.
adjustments to the traffic, so if
All
they
right.
can send that to us. In fact,
Okay, no
watch.
problem.
Let me not put that on you. I know you have other things to do. I know who to find.
Oy, but you know ACP gonna help us. He gonna
I know
tell
who
us.
to find. I know who to find. All right, my dear.
Right.
You enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.
All
Thanks
right,
for having
Carrie.
me.
Take
Bye-bye.
care.
Take care.
Bye.
All right.
Folks, we are speaking there to Miss Carleen Purser.
Yeah.
Carleen just had this kind of bubbly personality.
Yeah. Since she was a little baby.
It's like, even if you
Small
didn't
piece.
intend to go Grenada Invitational, once you hear Carleen, it's like, what? I go in. Yeah, even if you didn't intend to go in, I go in. ACP, set us up. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be very, very important for us to have some information concerning the traffic arrangements
Yeah.
and so for Saturday.
And
so
folks,
which is,
I don't think we have to get anything from the Royal Grenada Police Force for you to know that, one, there's not cooler fed.
at all.
You can't be going in there with cooler and all this kind of thing and cooler food and all this. There's not cooler fed. You can't do that. Secondly, leave the weapons at home. Yeah?
No, at the police station.
No, well, weapons in general. So don't try to put your cutlass inside there and say you went in case it had a fig tree blocking you. You go to cut the fig tree and them kind of thing so you could see the race. No, it had no fig tree inside it. All right, so leave the thing and them at home. We have a caller.
Good morning and welcome. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good
morning. Morning,
my
sir.
friend.
You know, a question I want to ask. What is the government doing about this Carrington Hood thing? Because it seems as though he did this thing intentionally and purpose. Because
I'm
if
trying
he
to
could
figure
come
out.
out and say the thing wasn't done right, in the right way. I mean, he knew what he was doing. So I would like to know what is the government stance on that. Thank you.
Right,
Before you go, caller, hello.
Yeah.
Before you go, I'm just trying to make sure which one, because Carrington Hood has been all over the place. Kaji all over the place these days. So I want to know specifically which one you're referring to.
Hello?
No, I just wanted to know because Carrington Hood has been all over the place these last few weeks. So I wanted to know specifically which one, which issue that you're speaking about.
The issue I'm speaking about is with the chief of police.
Okay, all right, no problem.
All right.
Okay, my brother. Now, you see, that's the thing. There is little that the government can do in relation to that. And I don't... The thing is simply this. The Public Service Commission can shift a person laterally. They can be moved from one position to another. The Constitution, the public service rules, everything is clear on that. That is what was challenged by Mr. William Thompson in the court, that the government had the ability to remove him as, and when I say the government here, I mean through the Public Service Commission, had the ability to remove him as Commissioner of Police and place him in another capacity that has the same salary scale. In other words, if you're receiving $5,500, that you continue to receive $5,500, or you might even receive $5,600. You might even receive more. But that they could put you where you're getting more, they can't put you where you're getting less. All the benefits that you're getting as Commissioner of Police, those benefits have to carry over to the next position that you receive, salary-wise, etc. Right? Now, he was challenging that the government of Grenada, had the right to remove him. Remember at the time who was the Attorney General, so who was the legal representative. The person was representing, not representing government in the instance because you have other lawyers who represent you, the Attorney General's chambers and so. But the chief legal advisor, the person who would sit in cabinet and say, this is the best way to go with that. The person who would, outside of cabinet, something comes up, would advise a particular ministry, this is the best legal way to go with that. The person who would advise the Public Service Commission and all other government agencies, what is the best legal procedure to go through with. He was the one that had to advise what was the best way to do this. Now, when the matter was taken to court in the first instance, Mr. William Thompson lost. Because the court confirmed that the government has the right to shift you to whatever position at any point in time. They could get up this morning and decide and send a letter and you're shifted from position to position. The problem was that it had to be done in a specific manner legally that was not carried out in the way that it ought to have been carried out. So we know who responsible. You can't blame the Prime Minister for that. What the Prime Minister had to do with that? The Public Service Commission has to make a particular shift. It has to be done in a specific way. Let's say a letter has to come from one person and it came from the wrong person. So if that is what happened, and he challenged that, and he won on that. So it does not mean, and I know some police officers were asking, if that means that he is to return as Commissioner of Police. No, it does not mean that he returns as Commissioner of Police, because he did not win a case saying that he cannot be removed as Commissioner of Police. You could wait for the judgment and see it for yourself, but he did not win a case that says that he cannot be removed as Commissioner of Police. Yeah? What he challenged and what he was successful in challenging was the procedure in shifting him from Commissioner of Police to Clerk of Parliament. And now I think he's a PS in a ministry.
Yeah, but I something that baffles me. You are the principal legal advisor to the government and people of this country, not just the cabinet of ministers and so, but the advice you will be given, right, to the cabinet. Any legal matter, it concerns the government and people of Grenada. So I should think that you are being paid handsomely, right, to give proper legal advice to the government. And this is the situation that we're in right now. I mean, that is something, I mean, to definitely pay attention to, right? Because based on what you advise the government to do, right, they end up in court.
And you see, the thing is, you're saying, because I listened to, well, let's take a call.
Yes. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning. Okay, we know that is. Yes. Good morning, Cami. Cami.
She's selling.
Good morning.
She's selling.
She will call us back, man. Cami will call us back. We know. We hear you selling. Yeah. What was the point I was making? I was just about to make a point again in relation to this. Yeah. There were literally, in all ministries, you've had people that have been shifted. And this is not just an NNP thing. It happened during NDC time. It happens constantly. Yep. There was one person who was the cabinet secretary when the NDC came in 2008. Miss Elizabeth Henry Greenidge was the cabinet secretary. Go back and ask the same NDC people that are talking now, what took place with Miss Elizabeth Henry Greenidge? Did she remain the cabinet secretary or was she removed?
She was removed.
Different people were in different ministries. You had PSs in certain ministries. They were shifted around. We have a caller. Let's go to the phone line. Okay.
Good.
Hi, good morning.
Morning, my dear.
Morning, Mr. Scott.
Morning.
I thought I'd say hello. The phone thing anyhow. I want to say good morning to you and Mr. Devon Romain. Good morning.
Morning, Cami.
And good morning to my friends in Canada and in England. And Mr. Deputy, good morning. Mr. Watson, your wife, good morning. How are you all doing? It's very nice in Grenada today, very sunny and nice. Everybody enjoy that beautiful sunshine. Yes. Well, our special good morning to the Prime Minister. And Mr. Prime Minister, good morning. And I want you to have time to take your breakfast and have your lunch and your dinner, sir. Did you get that message from Miss Cami? I had a dream that is not eaten. A dream. So I want you to have your breakfast, make time, and take your breakfast, and take your lunch, sir, and your dinner. So we need you around for a long time. We need you to have the strength and the courage. So we must eat. I had a dream. All right. Anyhow, I'm saying good morning to everybody in Grenada. And Mr. Scott.
Yes, my love.
My love to Mr. Watt. And all the Grenadians in America, England, Canada, right? And anybody wants damsel stew, and they have a family coming from home, coming for Easter, they could check me out with a local damsel stew. All right. I don't have much to say today, and I want to say good morning to Miss Plenty.
Hey,
That's
Miguel.
my bright and miners. Good morning, sweetheart. I love you. That's all my people. All my little children that go and fly this kite today. All the kids, all my kids that go and fly the kite today. Enjoy all day. And Sheldon, I tune in and listen. But here's something, no? Here's something on the people. When I hear on TV news that very top barrister, what did these people and them? When Peter David come over on the other side, Terry and them condemn him, they say all kind of things. He's a traitor. I watch it. Watch what Terry did now.
Never done
Terry
moment.
and see what he said he don't want him. He's a small party. They bunch of hypocrites. But it's small world. It's a small world. And I will not be a hypocrite like Terry and them. I'll be coming. I don't understand these people, Sheldon. They don't realize NDC dead. NDC is a dead party, Terry Forrester. They're dead. Nothing only to revive that party, they're dead. What? Grenadians used to always say, no Tilly, no NDC. No Tilly, Terry, no NDC. That was the slogan in Grenada. The strong supporters of the NDC people, but they love Tillman. They said, no Tilly, no NDC. So all you dead, the next person to resign is the scandal. Because you're under pressure.
Lord.
The scandal under pressure. So you can revive the party, Terry? What? And all you have that real money, Grenadians, listen to me. Let it come on board and let it bring money. Or you want board, or you want galvanizer, or you want money to pay all your mortgage. Let them come. Take what you get from Terry. Because you have some money, eh? You get some money, I don't know who's funding him. So when he comes, tell them you want some material. You want gravel, you want sand. Let him spend a money. Grenadian. And vote him out. Have a good day, Grenada.
Good morning.
Kami, I love you.
Good morning to all the bus drivers and the conductors of our nation, and especially those in the bus terminals in St. George.
Kami.
Oh my God, Hannah. Good morning.
Sorry for the behavior, you all. But you see, the thing is, a man say you have a political party. Elections came. You have 15 constituencies. He had one candidate. But you have a political party, yeah? He had one candidate. And the one candidate was himself. So he's chief. He's chief. He's deputy. He's chairman. He's general secretary. He's PRO. He's everything. One man. You understand? I don't know if it's multiple personality disorder. I say I don't know. So you can't sue me. I said I don't know. So I don't know. But if one person decide they carrying out so many different roles, and then that one person go in and take themselves, who just happens to be the president of the party, the deputy, the political leader of the party, the public relations officer of the party, the general secretary, the chairman, the treasurer, they happen to be the labor relations officer. There's everything in their own party, right? So that person taking the party and they go in and join the NDC. That's how desperate the NDC had to be. They had to take a one man who carrying out multiple roles, like if he have multiple personality disorder. Like if I never say he have. Like if he have multiple Terry, right? Like if he have multiple personality disorder. They have to take that one man. That's how desperate NDC get. Yeah. And he said, let me play what he say. Before we go to the phone line, let me play what he say. Let me play what he say.
New discussions on. I see it, well, from our small party point of view, we believe that whichever other party willing to be a part of moving Grenada forward, certainly we are willing to give consideration to this, but we are continuing doing our work on the ground, looking at the needs of our people, looking at sustainability. This is what our party, my small party, is about.
Given the fact that you are a former NNP executive member, do you think the membership of the NDC would be willing to accept you on as part of the team?
Well, it's totally up to them. I am about providing ideas, solutions to problems. If they feel that they can use the services that I provide, I'm happy to. If they feel not to, I am pressing on.
Yeah, we're going to press on.
If I have to give you an advice, my brother, press on.
Press on. But yeah, don't get appetite, you know, because I hear a certain man in a certain credit union going in.
Yeah.
I hear you want to run in St. Andrew.
Yeah, I've been hearing that.
I hear a certain man in a certain credit union going and run. You want to run in St. Andrew.
I know the majority of
and
people
don't get
in
it
St.
wrong.
Andrews.
I'm not talking about a man in the Grenville Credit Union. So let me make sure all you know. First and straight up, is nobody in the Grenville Credit Union, but there are many other credit unions. So I hear a man in a credit union eyeing between two seats in St. Andrew, but you want to come into the NDC in a kind of elevated position. I hear another man, a former ambassador. In fact, I hear that is why certain people resign. I hear certain people resign because a certain former ambassador had to come in. And the position that person has to attain within the organization, while the individual resign, want them have it, tweedledee and tweedledum. In other words, Claudette and Andal have no intention of that individual, A, coming in, and B, attaining the position that they intend if they're coming in, they have to attain. But they need the person because that person is a person who could raise dineros. They call it in Cuba? Pesos? Yeah, no, pesos they call it in Cuba? Yeah, they could raise dineros, pesos. Yeah? Let me go to the overseas line.
Dineros.
Hello?
They call it in Cuba? Pesos?
Hello?
Hello?
Hey, hello?
Hello? Yes?
Yes, sir, you're live.
Yeah? Let me go to the overseas line. I'm live?
Yeah, AC, yeah, man, you're live. Go right ahead. Kill the volume. AC, you know better than that. Kill the volume. Kill the volume.
I find I joined the conversation at the right time.
Boy, I hear, it's a St. Andrews man, a credit union man.
Now, the thing about that particular compadre,
Alan, that's your friend.
is that,
yeah, your partner.
That's your partner, right?
yeah, is that he has always had intentions. However, he has never shown any political leanings.
Or guts.
He doesn't have anything political about him. And while he might be a brilliant technocrat and knows about finance, he is not a politician, and he is upset. You know, the common thread with all these guys is they're not happy with the treatment they got from the NMP. Meaning they were not happy that the NMP didn't treat them at a level above others. And so they have all left and are all looking for somewhere to hang on to. You can see it with Terry, you can see it with the ambassador. Everybody wants to know who is the ambassador. And this gentleman who is from St. Andrews, he is not working with the Grenville Credit Union, but he's from St. Andrews.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But there's also the case now of people upset with other people getting positions in the government that they're qualified for. So that is why they're running amok with the teachers, because they thought they should have get a position.
Mm-hmm.
A position that they are not qualified for. And they thought that, well, if I make noise and I pay the thing, I would be able to get into the party too. Because the overall objective is to get into politics. Now, you can't be so stupid to attack the children of Grenada and want to get into politics and think you're going to win. So that is going on with this guy, and he's upset because he was not given a position like Scholar was given. What he doesn't understand is that Scholar is qualified for the position he holds.
More than qualified too, eh?
Right. And you see, people don't understand this thing, you know. And even understand the history of Calypso. Calypso has always been the voice of the people. And Scholar is a great chantwell. And when he sings his calypso, he touch on anybody. That doesn't mean he's not capable of doing a work with the government. And in this era where there is no opposition, we would have to turn to the Calypsonian more and more for their opposition. So some people are upset because they wanted a position. You see, a lot of people want position. And since they're not getting that position, they're upset and they want to make things bad for everybody. What they don't understand is that they're making things bad for themselves. Now, the men and women, the persons who are clamoring to get into the NDC, and the persons in the NDC clamoring to keep them out, should remember that the current NDC came about because men said that they wanted a foothold in a party to continue the revolution. However, that failed miserably between 2008 and 2013, that they showed people how ill-prepared they were for the governance of the country. So they shouldn't be upset that other men and women want to come in now to take over the party. The party's history has always been one to hands up. If you think about the NDC, when the NDC started, first they had Brizan, but they didn't want to run election with Brizan, they brought in Brathwaite. It was only after Brathwaite resigned that they gave Brizan a little steer at the helm. And then they went back now and brought in Tillman, because Tillman looked like the less of the evils, and he was the clean sheet to cover the dirty mattress that became the NDC. And there are men and women who formed the NDC, the original NDC, who has nothing to do with the current NDC, because it is a far cry from that political party that was started in the days of Francis Alexis and Findlay St. Louis and these guys, who created the National Democratic Congress. So now the battle for control to take over the party is similar to what happened when Eric Gary died. Many people were fighting to see if they could lay hands on the GULP so that they could get an easy way into power. That's all it is. Nobody is prepared to do actual political work and understand the needs of the Grenadian people anymore. They want a ready-made. They have a micro, how do you call it? A microwave philosophy. Let somebody do the work, and we're going to jump in and take it over. And those that are inside there don't know A from B, and so they continue to spin top in mud. At the end of the day, what is going to happen is, come next 3 elections, we're going to have the NMP winning all 3. Not just the next one, the next 3. Right? And the young men and women who are getting into politics, I wish they would sit down and read the history of politics in Grenada, the history of the fight of the 70s, the history of 51 and Sky Red, the history of the uprising in Latant, the history of MAP and Jewel and the New Jewel movement, and what brought about the Grenada Revolution and why the revolution collapsed. There's a lot of people jumping on this bandwagon because they want to beat up one person, who is Keith Mitchell. As far as I'm concerned, Dr. Mitchell is on his way out of politics or frontline politics. They need to come with a better scam. They need to come with a better presentation for the Grenadian people to accept them. But you can't be building a policy around the hate or the dislike for one man. Mm-hmm. And everything you've said about him, you're yet to prove it. Mm-hmm. And that is why, it's laughable when men like Terry Forrester would seek to join another party. I would stay in my little corner and reflect on what I've done or not done, and move on from there. But to join another political party, it shows your mission has always been about yourself and not really pushing in genuine terms the work and the policies and the philosophy of the new national party. Gentlemen, have a good day. Let me not take up all your time.
Alan, before you go, I tend to refer to the individuals now bringing themselves together as the coalition of the hateful. Is some kind of confusion. They vex with Dr. Mitchell or they vex with NNP. Is that just a coalition of the hateful? Every one of them, it's nothing to do with country. It's nothing to do with development. It's nothing to do with seeing Grenada move forward. It's just always an instance of Dr. Mitchell do this and I find he should have do that. And therefore I'm not with him again. And when you ask them, well, okay, 10 years ago or 5 years ago, why were you not interested in this particular issue, or why were you not advocating on that particular issue? You have a young man running about who used to work at the airport, say you have a political party now, didn't even get as much votes as Terry with the one-man party get, and he's going around right now and finding fault with everything. But he's all of a sudden finding fault with everything, but the genesis of him finding fault with everything is that he lost his work at the airport. Not that he cared about people all the time or he didn't care about people, and he was always that type of individual, so he was always involved in communities and that kind of thing. But all of a sudden, they do this to me, I vex. Let me get back at them. And when you look at that grouping of individuals that are now joining up and trying to enter the NDC, every one of them carrying a heavy backpack of hate, walking into the National Democratic. Like if you hate people and you vex, go in the NDC right now. That's where you have to go.
And you see, what I forget is that in 1999, when Dr. Fletcher walked out of the NNP and they thought it was going to crumble, they pulled together a string band of people, and they got the first whooping.
Disaster.
The first 15 all whooping. Now, imagine you get 2 15 all whooping back to back. You still have not sat down and refocused your attention on proper politics in Grenada, because there is a need for opposition, but there is a need for an opposition that is developmental, is development oriented. And if you have a refugee party of haters, at the end of the day, you will not be able to bring policies that will affect the lives of the Grenadian people for the better. Because nobody wants to, at the end of the day, hear what we want as Grenadians. We want to know we have a piece of food. We want to know we have a $2 in our pocket, we could buy a beer. We want to know that when we're sick, we go in the hospital or we go by the doctor, we could get what we want. We want to make sure that our children goes to school. We ain't drinking no bush for nobody fever. And they fail to realize that they want everybody to hate Keith Mitchell and hate NNP because they hate them. And when you ask them why, it's something personal. Oh, I went by the man for $2 and he only gave me 25 cents and I did want $2. You know?
It's always something like that. You just check every one of them that walking into the NDC right now. It's not that they like NDC. It's not that they love NDC. It's not that they carry the philosophy that the NDC say that they have. And I say that they have because I don't believe they have it.
Yeah.
It's not that they so into national development is let we get together to get rid of Keith Mitchell. What happen afterwards? We go sort that out. But let we get together now and get coalitions never work in the Caribbean, eh? They don't work. But coalitions doesn't work. Ask UNC. Ask NAR. They don't. The only place I see like it working so far is Team Unity in St. Vincent. But when you look at coalitions, they don't work, brother.
But you know, what is crucial, to every 1 or 2 persons that leaves the NNP, you find 3-4 dozens coming into the NNP. So, you know, it's just a matter of time when the political party NDC as we know it will just, you know, frickle away into the winds. You know?
Well, I don't even wish them to do that, you know. When they were in office, I used to say I wish that the NDC would become a government. because they never did become a government. And it's the same thing I'm saying for the political development and growth of Grenada. We need to have viable opposition. But this viable opposition cannot be, again, on the backs of people who only hate Keith Mitchell this, Keith Mitchell that. What is it for us as Grenadians?
Mm-hmm.
You know, when my son wants a job and my daughter wants a job, are they going to go preaching, I hate Keith Mitchell to get a job? And that is what Grenadians have been trying to show these guys. That we don't care what you say. We're voting everybody in. Yeah, it might not be a right thing, but until you get your act together, the Grenadian people are contented with the representation they're getting from the new National Party. And by now, but you know what? I think we're giving them too much information.
Yeah, no, we're getting them no more.
Yeah,
my brother, later, bye-bye.
Too much airplay for them.
Later, my brother, bye-bye. All right, Alan, you enjoy the rest of the day, bro. And you know the thing, boy, they do not have enough, how should I put this, bowly interior. They do not have enough bowly interior to deal with things in the way that they ought to be. Okay, they have no guts to deal with things in the way that they ought to be dealt with. We ain't go say guts, you say bowly interior. Yeah, bowly interior.
And they don't have no belly.
Go on, they're trying to defibrillate the NDC. That heart attack, you're trying to defibrillate that. Go ahead. It's up to all you. But we hear our former ambassador, they say that's the man who had to raise the money. Because right now they broke. So that's the man who had to raise the money. Right? A man in a credit union, a union man, right? I see my shoes, my toes, boy.
A union man.
I seen my heel, I seen my toes. Anyway, yeah.
The man,
anyway, they say a union man.
The man living in Union.
I don't know about that. I don't know what the man living.
You have two places in Grenada called Union, you know.
I don't know about that. But anyhow, so I don't know about that. Yeah, I gotta put on my socks. Anyhow, I gotta cover my toes. Yeah, but at the end of the day, them is the thing I hearing. So that's what I hearing. You can't vex with me for what I hear.
Good morning and welcome. Good morning.
Hello. Good
morning.
They're on. Hello. Oh no, they are not. Okay. Hello.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning to you, my friend.
Yes, sir. Pleasant day to you all and to your listening audience.
Yeah, man.
Well, one of the things you don't know yet, too, is that Brother Philip Alexander have his hands full internally, too.
Oh, yeah? Tell us about it.
Yeah, because right now, there is another Northwest constituency man making the wrongs, you understand, with every intention of getting the nod. So, before they could fight a yard, they had to fight abroad.
But hold on, before you go forward,
yeah.
Remember that was a similar situation in 2013.
Yeah.
That you had Brother Philip Alexander was trying to boot out
Brother Walker.
Brother Walker at the point in time. So there was this internal wrangling with two camps of NDC battling it out to find out who would be the candidate. So you're telling me that a situation like that develop again?
A situation like that developed.
So the NDC people
the gentleman is a very astute man. So I think Mr. Philip have his work, Alexander have his work cut out for him.
Call him a whistle.
For us in the Northwest, it doesn't make a difference. You understand? It doesn't make a difference. I mean, I wish them well because regardless to who they put, the results will be the same. Now let me quickly get to this point here. I wish Mr. Forrester all the best. The differences between the NDC and the NNP is that the NNP accepts former NDCites with open arms into the mansion, whereas the NDC accepts you with one eye closed and one eye open, treating you with skepticism. In the back of their mind, they still believe, are thinking that you are an agent of the NNP. So you are never accepted 100%. In contrast to the NNP, when you come in, and you have been a former NDCite, They look at what you bring to the table, and they treat you based on that. Now, listen, I keep on hearing how people, the NDC and the main spokespeople always beating up about hotels, and talking about, the kind of jobs that the local people have gets there. Now, Mr. Scott and Mr. Romain, yes, when you establish a new brand and a new chain of hotel in an island, like they come in to do their business, yes, they will come in with some of the upper management team. And based on my experience, this is normal. But for example, when you look at it here, the accountants, when this hotel are opened up, accountants are Grenadians, head housekeeper, gardeners, kitchen steward, plumbers, electrician, head bartender, waiters, waitresses, cooks, front desk receptionists, wine steward, butlers, the farmers, the poultry farmers, you know what I mean, local merchants and suppliers. They are all part of the experience. These are jobs being held by local people. When people beating up and things like that, those folks, the hundreds and thousands of local people that work in this establishment, you telling me, that, they don't feel good to know that local people are working? And while all of these things are happening, training of our people continues. Still the NDC, continue to criticize new hotels together with the chief spokesman, Mr. Jones. But listen to this, man, and tell me who bamboozling who. How come you could be telling me every day how bad things are in Grenada? Nothing is working. Things are bad, bad, bad. That's your normal word to say. Still, you can solicit $7,000 every month from the public. Oh, my God. In a country where things are so bad. The question I want to ask this morning, how many of you is working for $7,000 a month? How many of you all, your monthly expenses to live is $7,000 a month?
Wow.
Mr. Scott, who is bamboozling who? Mr. Romain, who is hoodwinking who?
Mr. Jones.
And then, with all of that, you want to tell me that people like me, that suppose the NNP, you want to call me some of the most, and call us some of the most untidy names, and make some of the most unpleasant remarks about people like us.
Hold a minute, not just the NNP, remember they say the churches up in the, well, anyway, we ain't going to say that on air right now, because Cammy go vex with me, if I say it. So,
and as I wrap here, yes, we have need for an opposition, not for confusion. Gentlemen, have a pleasant day.
Bye-bye, Papa.
Mr. Scott,
hey.
Don't forget, I want to send out my sympathy to Mr. Kit Lewis' family, that is Jude Lee.
Yes, Jude Lee's family, because he'll be laid to rest today. And
yes.
we do send, in
you
fact,
understand? So
while
my
you've been
sympathy
speaking,
goes out to his entire family. He has been a soldier with us, and we wish his family all the best in the days of grief.
And the thing is that while you were speaking, I was actually considering what song to end with today for him and his family. But the song that I want to choose, if I play it, Facebook will block us. So I can't really play it. Most of those things are copyrighted. But we thank you so very much, my brother.
Yes, my brother. Have a pleasant day.
All right, boss.
All right.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, good brother Jude Lee.
Yeah, funeral of a stalwart.
Yeah.
A good friend. I only realized who it was when I saw the picture himself. I mean, knowing him.
So you didn't know him?
Yeah, I knew him.
You knew of him?
Yeah.
I didn't know. Okay.
I mean, we always, and he was one of them that was so glad when I decided to join the NNP. And so, oh my, when I saw like, oh my God.
Devon, in our final few minutes though, we have roughly about quarter of an hour left again. And I want to mention something here that I realize is a consistent trend with the NDC as it is. It seems as though the NDC is playing lazy politics. Very lazy politics. And when I say they're playing lazy politics, their politics is not attempt to win, but wait to see NNP lose. Let me say that again, because I like you to understand what I'm saying and not misinterpret what I'm saying. Because there's a message in here for NNP members as well. You see, 1 year after election, many of us still have the we win already mentality heading to 3-4 years down the road. And it ain't gonna get better, in my mind, with that attitude. The attitude is going to ingrain itself even more going down the road. And the members of the NDC, they playing dead to see what Kobo go circle. That is what they're doing, They want to see the Kobo and them. So they're playing dead to see what Kobo go circle. Don't play with it, because you may very well find that if the NNP as a political organization does not continue the political work on a constituency by constituency basis, and within the constituency on a polling division by polling division basis, and within the polling division on a house to house basis, you may very well find that we are able to snatch defeat out of the jaws of victory. You understand where I'm coming from, Devon? We may very well grab defeat out of the jaws of victory if we become complacent. So don't focus on how weak and how the NDC needs to be resuscitated right now. Don't focus too much on that and not do the job that it's supposed to be doing. Don't think that you have any relaxation time. I still hear the song, "Me Can't Sit Down," My boots always on my foot. Well, except today, I wear that kind of sneakers. But my boots always on. You cannot take that complacent attitude. Jamaica's election should show you that. There was a by-election in Jamaica last week, Thursday, 1 week ago. The PNP, the People's National Party, they have won that East Portland seat in Jamaica for the last 30 years.
Forever.
So they have considered that seat as a safe seat. In fact, the reason they didn't win it longer than 30 years was because they sat out an election. There was an election that they did not, I wonder if it's them, I think there's an election they didn't participate, or was it GLP? I'll double check that, but I think that's the reason that there was a break in it. But consistently for the last 30 years, they have won that election. Now, it means, therefore, that was a safe seat. In other words, when you're counting seats, you're like, okay, East Portland going to PNP. They lost it.
Big time.
And they lost it because of complacency. So on a constituency by constituency basis, we cannot be complacent. We can't sit down.
Cannot afford to.
Because while you're not hearing the NDC, and while they are creating that coalition of the hateful, they understand too that numbers count,
Yeah, definitely.
So when come time to register and the registering,
that is important, because remember, registration the
entire process starts again in January of next year. We have a
January. Good morning and welcome.
Sheldon and Devon.
Hey, morning.
Morning, sir.
There is an oil spill on Lotus Lane from Knights Auto almost to Blue Danube corner.
Wow.
So
and
people
it's
should avoid
spreading
it
because vehicles passing in it. It also extends from Westmoreland to DJ Bobcat area on Marshall, but that one not bad, not as bad as the one by Knights.
Wow.
I try reaching traffic department, but I ain't getting through. So I don't know if somebody could put a word out, because there's an accident waiting to happen.
I'm sure that we have some officers who are listening, but also the Ministry of Works, because they would have to send the team with the sand to place on it as well. Yes.
Yeah,
so
because vehicles passing in it and it's spreading, so you know what will happen.
It becomes more dangerous.
Yep.
Yeah. Thanks so very much for that one, bro.
For that information.
So give the location, give the exact location again, so that people who have to pass.
Knights Auto on Lotus Lane.
Yeah.
From Knights Auto go right up to the guy who do this engineering thing. They call him Troll.
Yeah.
Or Troll or whatever.
Yeah. On the right hand side going up.
Yeah. is past him just up to Blue Danube.
Okay.
It fades. Well, if you're going up the lane, it fades just after you pass Troll going up. But between Knights, from Knights to Troll, it's really bad, and especially on the corner part.
Wow. Yeah.
It's really bad.
And that
it's on Marasil as well, but it's not that bad. You could see the strip of it, but on Lotus Lane, it's really bad.
So what was the cause of it, though? I mean,
to me, it looked like a truck or something that leaking. I don't think a car could leak all that oil.
I mean,
and then roll up.
The car wouldn't be running if it's that for the amount of oil you're speaking about there. A car wouldn't be running if it leak all that.
Well, even a truck, I mean, that amount of oil, that's wow.
Okay. Well, we thank you we thank you so very much, Mr. Technical Man. I exposing you. don't play a voice get hide. Mr. Technical Man, we exposing you.
The roving reporter.
Yeah, roving reporter today. But thanks so much for that information. So people who usually go that direction, we're asking you to, if you can, for the time being, if you have to go into Marasil or down Lotus Lane, please drive with due care and attention and caution. If you can avoid it, avoid it.
Avoid it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely.
Yeah, because it's spreading. As vehicles pass on it, it's spreading.
And it's close to the lunchtime now, and you'll have a heavy, thing of traffic on that road. So please take note.
Okay. Yep.
Thank you, my friend.
All right, no problem.
One love. Yeah, well, valuable information there for motorists.
So, folks, remember, be careful passing there. Again, Devon, the NDC seems to be focusing a lot on NNP either imploding, NNP not doing the work that they're supposed to do, or the biggest one, the people of Grenada rising up against the NNP. Every time you have some sort of political upheaval in another country with a change of government or so, you see the NDC rejoicing here like if they had a hand in it, or if there's a possibility of that happening in Grenada. Let's take this call and then we'll go back.
They rejoice on their own deaths. So imagine. Good morning and welcome.
Correct.
Call back.
Yes, my love.
This ambassador, I don't hope I have my good friend Mr. Lennox. I hope that man don't get himself tired again. With what I hear Lennox. Andrew, don't get tired with his people stuff. Because I hear you been calling the other day. And I'm a good friend. And next thing, Sheldon and Devon. What do you think about Mr. Kajin Jahood? I mean, I'm looking at that man on the television, talking about the people that take him to do the case with his anger. I mean, I know he worked with the NNP government over the years, and I don't know what's going on with that man. What do you think? All you give me a feedback on Mr. Kajin Jahood. What kind of hatred out there? You could hear it on his voice. What's going on with this guy?
They have a axe.
Explain something to me. What is the problem? I don't know, because I hear people say that the street, he didn't get what he gets, so he hates it with well now. I mean, and kids do so much for these guys and them. Because of their position that they want and they don't get. What's going on? Somebody tell me something. Let me know what's going on. You understand?
All right, my dear. We will.
Let's talk about
it. Look at Zai there. Because the man they buy, Zai. And all them guys and them here, them girls. So tell us,
yes, ma'am.
Who are researchers? Let me know.
I'm researching.
What's really going on?
I'm investigating.
I mean, everybody just hate it, Michelle. What a man do them? All that help the man just help people. I mean, I don't get no help more than I get in blows. People can't beat me up and force me and tell me I love them.
Love.
It's me you have to help.
They love
and
keep me just.
I don't understand these guys and them. Let me know what's going on.
Okay.
All right.
And you see, the thing is this, as we said, it's a coalition of the hateful.
Yeah.
People that carrying a lot of baggage. A lot of people that carrying a lot of baggage that just going against, they want to join the NDC, not because they like NDC. So NDCites, they don't like all you know.
They just want to try to get rid of NNP.
Yeah. So they only come in inside there because it offers opportunity. They realize that the NDC is a weak organization, that it has no organization, that the NDC of 2019 has no leadership. No, Andal can talk as much as he wants. He's not a leader. And you can't be a leader of a political organization and one group saying, well, you can't even hold a convention because you can't come to a conclusion as to how to move forward. And you have one young man in Carriacou deciding he want to be the general secretary. when you have somebody who is a long-standing member in Glen Noel being the general secretary from up there in St. Andrew, and somebody that just decide, hey, I come in and take over, I want to be general secretary, until you all had to call in the young man and rough him up to get him to put out a notice and say he ain't going for general secretary, after he for himself say, when he putting that out, that he has the support of what? 7 constituencies? In other words, the man win already.
Yeah. But you see, Sheldon, what goes around comes around, eh? For all fellas like Glenn and them. What goes around. But, you know, the bigger point is that the leadership of this organization, right, continues to disappoint the membership of the party and even other Grenadians, you know, who are sympathetic to them, not supporting them, but sympathetic to them. The leadership of that political organization, I mean, it is disgusting. Right? They have no idea as to what goes on in Grenada. They continue to mislead the population, spread false information, right? Deceitful information and so on. And again, the hatred for people.
Devon, let me tell you how the NDC and these individuals operate, because it's not NDC inclusive of Terry and others. It is NDC, the coalition of the hateful. They operate in a way that what they're looking for is people to leave NNP and come over to help them make a party. I remember when the point in time came that I was asked to step down to, you know, they pulled me out of the Senate because you had to get Miss Pamela Moses to come in at the point in time to get some parliamentary experience, because she was going to be a candidate. Sheldon Scott wasn't going to be no candidate, right? So you had that taking place. A lot of NDC went on radio and they started to rejoice because they thought that I was going to become a Kem Jones. All you know Sheldon Scott, you know. All you really, none of all you know me. All you think all you know me. All you ain't know me. One thing I am not is a hypocrite and I'm not ungrateful. That is 2 things you will learn about me. I ain't no hypocrite. I ain't out there playing most holy, more holy than anybody, and I going to church every Sunday. And then you hear I involved in this and that. Not me. Me ain't no hypocrite. I could point to hypocrites in your organization who does play they going in church every Sunday, dressing and sit down right in front pastor with Bible in hand, marking off scripture. And when you hear what they're doing by Sunday night, I could mark out some of them and I could call name. I could go in court and call name too. Yeah? Me ain't no hypocrite. But a lot of them thought that what they would have get would have been Sheldon Scott turning against the NNP and starting to attack NNP. 1, all you don't know Sheldon Scott, and 2, all you don't know Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell. That's like a father to me. All you don't know him. All you don't know my relationship with the Honorable Gregory Boyne. That's like another father to me. And to all the members of the New National Party team, I don't have no bad relationship with anybody in NNP, you know. None. No bad relationship. Because we are a family. But you see, they keep waiting for members of the family to get vexed and come out, to come and join the organization. Not that they're going to put the structures in place and do the work to come and try and give us a good fight. They ain't going, but give us a good fight.
Watch.
They're hoping that something, I hear that they're jumping up because in Sudan, that's how far they had to go. In Sudan, Bashir get kicked out, the army take over. And they praying now that don't worry, one day Grenada turn go come. You want a military solution in Grenada. You can't face the New National Party head up face to face in a general election. We know you all former political leaders and certain other individuals in that council of the hateful. They have the coalition of the hateful and then they have the council of the hateful. That does meet. Should I say whether it does meet and when?
We will deal with that next time. We will give them some brilliant speed.
Anyhow, but that coalition and council of the hateful let us meet. That plan that you can't beat NNP head to head in a general election. You can't defeat the New National Party head to head. Unless the New National Party defeat itself. The NDC will not defeat the NNP, you know. The only thing to defeat the NNP in a general election is the NNP. And you all members of the NNP need to learn that. It's not the NDC to come and beat you. It's you to beat you. Yep. If you don't do the right things in the constituencies right now, it's you to beat you. Not the NDC. The NDC waiting for you to not do what you're supposed to do. so they could walk in, because you know what? By and large, the members of that organization is a bunch of lazy people. Look, the people who used to work, look, one of them sit down right here. That is why he was in charge of a zone, because he's a worker. So when you hear people like Scott Batiste and you hear Messi, when you hear Mr. Mack, these are workers. When you hear Honorable Peter David, you hear people like Siddiqui Sylvester, you hear people like my good friend Mr. Colin Labari. Very decent man. These people are workers. And you see where they end up? Out of the NDC and into the arms of the new National Party, because they are workers.
Into
but
a working party.
The lazy people say they, and you know, for them to understand, they should just look back. 1999. Honorable Peter David often says it, 1999. Without the individuals who are now within the new National Party, without them, 15 seats for the NNP, 0 for the NDC. The individuals came into the NDC, 7, 8. In 2003 election, 2008 election, 11, 4. Yeah. The individuals come out, back to 15 for the new National Party.
What does that tell you? That's good
The
maths,
individuals stay out, back to 15 for the new National Party again.
That's good maths, eh?
That is maths for you, man.
That is why they say Doc is the best mathematician around.
The best mathematician. So they are focusing. They are focusing on the people rising up. So May Day coming up, you hear Dum Dum and friends keep all of a sudden they're friend of the workers right now. Last year, the cussing workers. Between March 13th and the middle of last year, there was cussing workers. Oh, all you go and vote for Dr. Mitchell and put him back in power again. All you stupid, all you dunce, all kind of name they call them. But all of a sudden now they are champions of workers. They're hypocrite.
Please.
They're hypocrite.
Oh, please.
Because they think that by doing these things and create, I mean, you had to look for Sudan in Africa.
That's a stretch.
You had to go to Eastern Africa in the middle of the desert to look for an example to say it happened there, go happen in Grenada. Man, something wrong with all your mentally.
But you know what? According to Cynthia, good day to you. Family. That's what NNP stands for. Family.
Fundamentally, something is wrong with them mentally. But that is the end of the day today. Watch. Time for us to go, eh? Yes, LLL. Lazy Lion Losers. Anyway, folks, that's the end of today's program. We'd like to thank each and every one of you for being here. We'd like to thank Miss Carleen Purcell for gracing us with a presence via radio this morning. A lovely lady. Oh gosh, we like Carleen, eh?
Yeah. Oh,
But Carleen is one of the nicest people I know, you know. And I know tens of thousands of people. I just can't remember everybody. But Carleen is one of the nicest people I know. Yeah. But you that girl getting politics with problems, you know.
Why?
Yeah, according to which side she go on, you know.
Well, it's the Northeast and she beating Nas and them up and down.
Anyway, let's leave that alone. She's not a political person. She's
not
into politics.
Carleen.
She's not into politics. That's one thing we know. She's not into politics. She's into people, not politics.
And as we leave, just to remind all our NNP stalwarts and so in St. Andrews, especially, that the funeral of Mr. Lewis is today. All right, and so most of us who can be there, make a special effort to be there and give some support to the family. All right, not just the immediate family, but the NNP family in the loss of a stalwart.
Yes, indeed.
Okay?
So, folks, that's all the time we have for Hard Talk today. It's been wonderful being here with you. And whatever you say and do it safe and secure. We want to be speaking to and with you.
Not about you.
We're out of here. Do enjoy the rest of your day wherever you are. We love each and every one of you. And we'll be back tomorrow with that's the weekend wrap up, man.
Wrap up.
Yeah, man. So we actually asked for a fire extinguisher because it's gonna be hot inside here tomorrow.
Family.
Peace out. Boy, let me check my toes, boy. Check my toes. Anyway, yeah. All right.
April 13th is the date. 4 p.m. is the time. It's the 3rd annual Grenada Invitational. World-class athletes, world-class performances, and a world-class facility. Come see Olympians Andre DeGrasse, Sheldon Fraser Price, Braylon Toplin, Asafa Powell, Lyndon Victor, and the cast of superstars at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Tickets are now on sale at godofed.com. Grenadian Optical, Maxis Bar, and Venus. Saturday, April 13th. Grenada Invitational. See you there.
McIntyre, top of the screen in the colors of Grenada with a bit of a lead.
Grenada
on Saturday, April 13th. Fluffy the Bus Driver presents Run With It. Run With It. So you mean just pick up something and just run with it? Pick up something, stop you run by it. Yeah, run with it. Fluffy's birthday bash, the Aries edition. Fort View Nightclub, Mount Carmel, St. Andrews. Featuring 4 big DJs. Selector Alex, Bomb Squad, Juska, Shortleg, and DJ Super. Powered by Small Close Sound System. Admission is $10 and doors open from 9 p.m. Free shots and entry. Free bus shuttle from Grenville Town to the venue. Bus number HAK 696. All Aries born. Stand up and celebrate with Fluffy the Bus Driver. Saturday, April 13th, Fort View Nightclub, St. Andrews. Sponsored by Archibald Distributors, Big Things Promotions Father's Night Out, and Carlos Store in Grenville.
Saturday, April 13th is the date. 4 p.m. is the time. It's the 3rd annual Grenada Invitational. World-class athletes, world-class performances at a world-class facility. Come see Olympians Andre DeGrasse, Shellyan, Fraser Price, Braylon Toplin, Asafa Powell, Lyndon Victor, and the cast of superstars at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Tickets are now on sale at godofed.com, Grenadian Optical, Maxis Bar, Jennifer Caribbean, and Venus. Saturday, April 13th. Grenada Invitational. See you there.
Top of the screen in the colors of Grenada with a bit of a lead.
Samo, let me get a call one day.
Boy, Johnny, where you get all them US dollars from?
Let's have a cruise ship in town today. We getting real US from them tourists who come on the bus to go to Granans Beach.
Nice, man. Plus, I hear all the restaurants full with tourists. They even had to call back Mr. Brown from St. Patrick to make an extra delivery of cucumbers and plantains, you know.
Man, I tell you, business booming. My cousin and all get a job working in a hotel as a chef.
Coming to think of it, there are real people working in hotels, you know.
From agriculture to transportation to jobs, tourism benefits everyone. Tourism is everybody's business.
You're listening to Hard Talk Grenada via www.hardtalkgrenada.com.